Thank you all for being here today. As you remember, on March the 6th at 11:30 a.m., we had mayhem break out at the Racetrack gas station on 34 New Smyrna. You had a battle royal with gunfire between the Mongols and, warlocks. Thank you. I'm at that certain age now. Bullets were flying. Innocent people were there. Children. Busy day. So we're going to play you a little video clip of what went on. It's only one angle. We got tons and tons of cell phone video that came in. So we'll show you the racetrack footage, and then we'll introduce everybody that's here. Are you playing behind me or behind me? Okay, so we'll step around. So as you can tell, we have a catchy name. Mongolian Beef was the name of this operation. We will not mention who named that. Mongolian Beef. Now you know we had hours to prepare for this, right? I forget something. IT forgets something. I know the minute I introduce everybody, the thing will go off. Yeah, we'll come back to the video. Okay. So anyway, on March the 6th, 11:30 a.m., the Mongols pull in. Clearly, they knew the warlocks were there, and they were going to attack them. And everybody you see here, within an hour of that shooting, joined forces to send a clear message that we are not going to tolerate violence, and in particular gang violence, not only in this community, but in the state of Florida. And joining me here is our state attorney, R.J. Larizza, FBI Jacksonville Special Agent in Charge, Jason Carley, New Smyrna Beach Police Chief, Chris Kirk, the Land Police Chief, Jason Umberger, and our Attorney General, James Uthmeyer, is here as well. So the investigation begins immediately, and New Smyrna takes the lead, and we begin getting tons of video. Not only video from the racetrack, but video from people in their cars who videotaped everything. FBI and our detectives, New Smyrna Beach detectives, the Land, painstakingly went through every single frame of video, and they were able to identify 31 individuals who were responsible for that. As a result of that, we got 31 arrest warrants issued and 16 search warrants issued. The impetus behind all that was Chief Deputy Brian Henderson and Chief Deputy of the State Attorney's Office, John Reed. They sat down and they started to formulate, how do we proceed here? What kind of charges can we get? And they both agreed that the felony aggravated riot statute fit. And the state attorney and his brilliant staff, along with the FBI, began this painstaking journey to get to where we are today. So we're talking the VCSO, the Land, NSB, FBI, Homeland Security, DEA, and the FBI and the Richmond Police Department, and 9 sheriff's offices around the state this morning at 5 a.m. began executing those arrest warrants and those search warrants. Right now, as I speak to you, 28 people are in custody. We've recovered 30 handguns and 15 long guns. Clint Walker, who was the state rep, you would see when the video comes up, what they do is they see that the warlocks are there. There's a couple Mongols are there. You see them make some comments. It looks like they make some phone calls. They're sending text messages. And within 10 minutes, they leave their clubhouse in Edgewater and they are at the NSB location, and they flood the area, they ring the warlocks, and then all hell breaks loose. Eventually, we're able to identify 7 people that are armed, 4 people who shot. 3 of those 4 people that shot were involved in a shooting last year in Titusville, where they surrounded a group of warlocks on US 1 and opened fire on them. Clint Walker was arrested that day. This morning, we were in Edgewater for Robert Manns, who was a shooter. We took over 20 firearms out of his house, and I can't tell you how much ammunition came out. And then I'm going to have to ask the AG for a favor on this one. I'm going to need a scholarship, if you can give me one, to Alligator Alcatraz. Port Orange resident Carlos Cardona Batista, who was arrested today and who was here in the country illegally. So I don't know if you can get us a scholarship for him, sir, but we would really appreciate that. One of the shocking things that came out of this, I think, was when you wonder why crime is the way it is and how people view things differently. At 7:53 this morning in Virginia, the FBI and Richmond PD lock up a Timothy Stevens on our arrest warrant, no bond. And a magistrate by the name of Barnett, his quote is, "I'm not bound by Florida law." At 10:22 a.m., locked up 7:53 a.m., 10:22 a.m., he walks free out of there. Now, I'll tell you, we're dealing with a lot of scumbags here, and I'm adding that magistrate to that list. Somebody that came into our community and destroyed it, and some magistrate in Virginia says this isn't serious enough. You guys go do something else to come and get him. So that's where we are right now, and I'll let everybody come up here and add in what they have to add in. I just have to tell you, I watched this thing, and I think the first day that it happened, I had no idea I'd be standing here 3.5 months later, surrounded by these folks, and telling you how hard they worked to make sure the message is sent forward. They lit the fuse, the Mongols, so everybody understands this. They lit the fuse. The federal government, state government, county government, and municipalities, it's game on now. It's game on, because there's going to be a treasure trove of evidence that's going to lead to more and more indictments and arrests and put all the motorcycle gangs on notice. If you come here and you show your ass, we're going to show ours. And RJ, I know you're much calmer than I am. I'll let you take it from here.
You know, all these years as your state attorney, it's always such a pleasure, one, to be here with Mike and the rest of the crew, but also to have a chance to follow him. You know, I've kind of learned how to do that after so many years. But let me start by saying, first off, that aggravated rioting is a second-degree felony. It's punishable by a maximum of 15 years in the state prison system. It's called aggravated rioting because it is a step up from rioting. Rioting doesn't require 25 or more folks to be involved, and it also doesn't require someone other than one of the rioters to be hurt. So those are a couple of the distinctions between rioting and aggravated rioting. The other thing about putting this together that I think is so impressive is when we got started, first of all, 31 arrest warrants just in and of itself is quite remarkable. And then 17, I believe it was, we said search warrants, or right around that number. That all of those arrest warrants, search warrants have to be prepared in the jurisdictions where these folks are, and not all of them were in Volusia County. There are several jurisdictions, including out of state. But we were able to put that together, work with other jurisdictions. Brevard County helped us to get an arrest warrant and a search warrant. And what we're going to do is we're going to take that evidence, those phones, etc., that are seized. There's guns have been seized as well. And we're going to see if there's additional charges that could come out of that and additional evidence that we can use to prosecute these cases. I got to tell you, I just came from a conference in South Florida, and I had my family with me. We stopped at a gas station, you know, along the way. You know, you got kids, they're always either want something or they need to do something. And so you stop and you get gas. Can you imagine what it would be like to be filling your car up with gas, or taking your grandkids by the hand and walking them into a gas station and all fighting and then fire erupts. I mean, we cannot tolerate that in the state of Florida. We shouldn't tolerate it anywhere. And I am just so impressed and grateful. I've worked in the system since 1980, folks, and I have never seen the level of commitment and assistance that the FBI provided. A.G. Uthmeyer and his crew have reached out and offered to help and have helped. I mean, all of the federal and state and local partners, it's impressive. But you know what? You know why it's like that here? It's because of the relationships that we have. You know, Mike Chitwood is one of a kind. And I tell you, we haven't always agreed on things, but we've always agreed to sit down, look each other in the eye, and figure out what we need to do to make you and your family safer. And we're going to continue to do that. So I want to wish all of you a wonderful 4th of July weekend. I hope you get a little time off, and God bless America. Thank you.
What do you mean we never got along on anything? I've never heard that before. To RJ's point, the FBI, not only what they did this entire investigation, over 200 agents were on the ground today. And if you look up there, what RJ just talked about, there's where all the arrests were made throughout the county. And I want to welcome the special agent in charge, Jason Carley. He has just been transferred in to take over the Jacksonville office, and we are looking forward to a great relationship working with him. Sir?
Thank you, sir. Good afternoon. I'm Jason Carley. I'm the special agent in charge for FBI Jacksonville, which includes Volusia County and the surrounding area. Today, we stand united with one clear message. We will not tolerate violent crime in our communities, and we are taking actions to protect you. I want to first thank the sheriff and the state attorney and your teams for their investigative efforts, and also your partnerships in coordinating this large-scale, complex takedown today. The relationships between our agencies are strong. They run deep, and because of that, the community is safer today. Thank you also to all of our federal, state, and local partners that helped with the takedown today. As the sheriff had mentioned, we had more than 30 agencies helping us today. We had 7 FBI offices helping today, our headquarters, U.S. Attorney's Office, and numerous state and local law enforcement agencies helping us with that takedown today. I recognize the significant time, resources, manpower you have committed to successfully and safely take these violent offenders into custody today. It's truly impressive collaboration, and we wouldn't have been able to do it without your help. I must also recognize the men and women of the FBI who had laser focused the last couple of months on this investigation. They were among the best that the FBI has to offer. I got to witness their dedication and mission today and seeing how they collaborate with all of our partners. They made me proud, and they should make you proud as well. Right now, I believe we're going to put some photos up of our team today in the command post. I don't know if we're going to have a technical issue with that. Oh, there we go.
There you go.
Yeah, today these are just some photos of us, both in the command post and on scene. One of our search warrants today just showing a lot of the visuals of what collaboration we have, the partnerships we have with the sheriff here and all the entities that were participating. So I really appreciate that. And this will probably keep rolling as I speak here. The FBI has made a commitment to all Americans, each of you, that we will crush violent crime across the country. I am proud to share that the FBI is delivering on our commitment to you here in Florida. Today's operation is just one example of how we can bring the full force of our investigative capabilities to assist our local law enforcement partners and protect the community. There is no doubt Volusia County, in fact, the entire state of Florida, is safer today with these violent offenders off the street. In addition to the arrest today, the FBI and our local partners have executed 14 search warrants. 1 was on the Mongo Clubhouse, and 13 were on several different residences. As the sheriff had said, we got right now 30 handguns, 15 long guns, over $10,000 in cash, and we believe to have marijuana, meth, and fentanyl. In addition to the state charges filed today, I can also share that one of the subjects, Michael Angel Rodriguez, has been charged federally in the Middle District of Florida with felon in possession of a weapon, as was his wife, Chloe Paulina Hayden. Ms. Hayden was not originally a target of today's operation, but was with Rodriguez at the time of his arrest, and she is now in custody. Just to be clear, the FBI's work isn't done here in Florida or across the country. Today's operation is part of the FBI's nationwide initiative called Summer Heat to crush violent crime across the summer months. As part of Summer Heat, the FBI has launched a multi-pronged approach. We will surge resources to our federal, state, and local partners. We are focusing on executing arrest warrants of violent criminals and fugitives, and we are working to dismantle violent gangs and remove drugs and guns from your streets, as we did, and you can see from today. Through our FBI task forces, like the Daytona Beach Safe Streets Task Force, we are aggressively restoring safety in our communities. And these efforts are sending a clear message. The FBI will deploy every available resource to protect the American people and restore public safety in Florida and across the country. Today is just one example of that, and the FBI will work alongside with Sheriff Chitwood and all of our law enforcement partners, protect you and keep our community safe. You deserve a safe community. Thank you for your time.